that I love you, wouldn't put no one above you. Yeah. That should never ever worry you. That should never ever worry you. Always gotta stay 100 and true. The only time I lie is when I lie with you. Put my pride to the side and then I slide with you. I'm just being true.
What's going on, SOJA fam? If you're new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment down below, turn on post notifications so that you're notified when we upload a new video.
What she said.
So, as promised, happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Yes, y'all, happy hump day.
So, today's video, we're going to talk about a topic, if we're moving back home or not.
Yes.
So that's something that we've been thinking about for some time now, and we actually have made a decision as to whether or not we're gonna move back.
But first, let's kind of just reel it in and talk about some pros and cons. Like, we definitely have thought about this in depth, about whether or not we wanna, move back home to the East Coast, or we're gonna make LA more permanent for us.
We're gonna talk about the pros and the cons of moving back, and yeah, we'll just tell you what we've decided and kind of why and all that good stuff.
And we want you guys to comment also down below what you think, the pros and cons are of like staying in LA or like going back to the East Coast. We know what we have in mind, but you guys may have things like in mind that we haven't even thought of. So if you think of any pros or cons, definitely comment them down below because we want to know.
Yes. So, the number one reason why we considered moving back is to be closer to family, honestly, right? That's what you would say?
I would say that, yeah, that's one of the top ones, just because we're really by ourselves out here in LA, and it gets, especially around Christmas time and stuff, which is why we're happy we went back home for Christmas. But yeah, I think it's more so just being able to hang out with family or just go to every family gathering or anything like that. We really miss out on a lot by being out here in LA by ourselves. So family definitely is a big portion. For me, I think also it's the weather variety. I've said this forever and I always will. I mean, this winter for LA has had actually the most rain that I've ever seen in LA in the over 2 years we've been here. So that's amazing.
Right.
I'm probably one of the only people in LA that I'm yeah, rain, I'm so excited. I'm just ready to enjoy it more. But yeah, definitely weather variety. But then that could also be a con, because the difference in whether it rains for a few days here in LA and then eventually goes back to being sunny is when you go on the East Coast and it snows or something, it's snowing for 2 days, then you have to deal with shoveling and plowing and all that kind of stuff. So it's that could be, it's you might miss it just because you're not experiencing with it. Once you go back to it, you're dang, why'd I come back to this?
Yeah, that's true too. Thinking about the seasons, that we definitely don't get seasons here. However, this has been somewhat of a winter, I guess you can say. It's been pretty cold for LA.
Yeah, for LA, this is I think it's record cold. I think it snowed in some parts of LA this past week, which is
crazy.
How global warming is really real, y'all. It's people who don't believe in global warming, I don't know what to tell you, because it's happening. We live in it. It's real life.
So yeah, which is really surprising that since we in the 2 years that we've been here, this is the most winterish it's been here in LA. But I definitely miss the seasons back home. The fall, the change of scenery, and just I don't necessarily miss the snow. I miss the snow to the point where it's oh, I wish it snowed, but I don't have to clean it up, kind of thing.
Oh, and this is the biggest thing. I miss snow days. You don't miss work for anything in California. This is what are you missing work for? Too much sunshine today? No. You just gonna go to work happy then. Yeah. It's there's no inclement weather that can make you not go to work or not go to class if you're in college still. It's one of those things where it's you just gonna keep going until you're done. And that's just what it is. Yeah. So that is definitely a challenge. Not having what we're used to, what our norm was, snow days, look forward to that, cuddling up. Literally, it's sunny and happy here every day. I think we talked about this, in a different video. I think it was the truth about LA.
Yeah.
That video.
So a con about moving back home would be moving. Oh, yeah. Literally, the act of moving. packing up.
Yeah, to move from even apartment to apartment is so annoying, and it takes so much energy and it's draining. So it's like, I couldn't even imagine having to move back East Coast again. Y'all, you have to ship cars out there. You gotta ship your whole apartment. It's a whole thing.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's really a lot. It was a lot to get here. It was a lot to get settled here.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we unpacked for like 3 months.
Yeah.
So like the fact that like the thought of packing up a U-Haul, then we gotta think about like, are we gonna ship our cars? Are we gonna drive across country? Like all of that, like honestly gives me a headache even thinking about it. So that is one huge con, I will say, like the fact that like you have to pack up your whole life and, you know, head back home.
But yeah, I think another con is like basically like not giving LA enough of a chance. You know, like is 2 years really enough to get to know somewhere, to live somewhere? It's like, do you guys think we're looking into it too much right now, or should we give it like a couple more years to kind of really like get our bearings and like figure out if this is somewhere we can stay long term? Or like y'all think like, okay, no, if you're not feeling it in 2 years, get out of there? It's like, how do you guys feel about it?
That's a good point to make. And it's not, I'm not gonna say like the cost of living, because the cost of living, if we were to move back, it would be about the same thing.
Yeah.
The one pro of moving back is I've never lived in New York on my own as an adult.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, I grew up there.
Yeah,
it's
so
like where my childhood is. You know, I've lived with my mom, you know, there. I've never like had my own apartment in New York on my own as like in my late 20s.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be a completely different experience than growing up, and I feel like I will learn so much about the different parts of New York that I've never seen before or never ventured out to, because I was young, you know, when I grew up and living in New York. Even while I was in college, you know, I went back and forth, but it's like you're going to your parents' house. Like, you're not going to your own place. Like, you're not paying your own bills in the city. So I feel like that, for me, is like, I'm like open to that. Like, trying my city out for the first time, like as an adult kind of thing.
That's true.
So I feel like that's a pro.
Yeah. I mean, we could wrap it up here. We just wanted to, you know, get on here and talk a little bit about what we were thinking as far as like, you know, what our next steps will look like. Like, you know, what are we thinking? Like, LA might be it for us. Think about moving. Not gonna lie, we get homesick sometimes, but you know, family plan stuff. There's family events, we can't go back to it. So we just wanted to, you know, kind of go into the next steps, talk about what we were thinking. You know, kind of get your opinions on it too. And then also, we just wanted to kind of remind y'all that we're working on this crazy project. So we just want to make sure that y'all are subscribed, your post notifications are turned on, and y'all are on the lookout for some good stuff coming your way. More fire.
No, like we really put our heart and soul into this. Like, it's something that we
without
really...
telling y'all too much.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to ruin it. But just know, you know, it's you know, we thought of y'all while putting it all together. So, you know, we're excited for y'all to see it and to see everybody's feedback and comments on it and everything like that. But definitely be on the lookout. We won't know when it's going to drop. They ain't announcing what date or anything. So
it's just going to come. It's just going to, like, you're going to see it if your notifications are turned on.
That's why you'll see it turned on. Y'all heard us. We heard it here first. So yeah, make sure your post notifications are turned on and y'all on the lookout. Also, shout out to the people who've been hashtagging Road to 20K, because we are almost there.
Like, listen.
Okay.
We are touching it. Okay.
It's like almost like a couple weeks away, I feel like. Let's ramp it up though. Let's ramp it up. Let's get there.
We cannot close out this video without
Yo, it'd
be hella extra.
We're gonna kick the freaking camera over.
This week's super subby shout out goes to Tiara Snyder.
Hey, shout out to you, Tiara. Thank you for watching, subscribing, commenting something positive on our last video. As always, you know, we love you. Thank you for being part of the SOJA fam.
If you want a chance to be a part of next week's super subby shout out,
what do you have to do?
Comment down below something positive about this video.
Okay.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Of course.
Hit that like button.
Okay.
And make sure your post notifications are turned on.
Gotta be. It's so simple. So yeah, just follow those simple steps, and then maybe you'll have a chance to be a part of next week's super subby shout out.
Yes. As always, we'll be back with more videos. Bye.